And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. It is Monday. Yes, it is Monday, but it's going to be an interesting Monday, even though we still will be doing our Motivation Monday, which is how to deal with burnout. So we're going to be talking about that as we close and to be like say no to burnout. That's what we'll be talking about to close out the day. However, a whole lot has happened since we last came together. And I was debating on should I come on live during the weekend after the assassination attempt on Trump's life. And I said, nope, let's just wait for the news to settle and to get all the information to see where everything was. The best way to be able to have a good conversation is to know exactly what's going on. So I spent time looking at news, political news, looking at also Don Lemon had a great show yesterday and a couple other platforms and just having discussion, because this is all we could really do is have discussion of what we think this is and where we're going and how this will affect the elections. Let's say good morning to some folks. I see some folks are in the building. Omar says good morning, or Omar is the first person in the building today. Can we give him a applause? Kelly A is in the building. Good morning, everyone. She says burnout, a good topic. Yes, we're going to be talking about say no to burnout. That's what our topic is for today. And so, but we will dive in. Before that, we will dive into Trump news, of course. Of course we will, because that is what is pressing in the news right now. And I know that I would love to hear what the community is saying and what you guys are thinking, because your thoughts are important. Omar says, oh my goodness, a whole lot has happened. Yes, indeed. I see Mr. Bryson's in the building. What's up, Ron? What's up, LP family? What's up, CQ family? Happy money making Monday, everybody. Hope y'all ready for the heat wave. Whew, Bryson, you gave me a lot to say there in that little piece. Well, we also have a special guest. Our special guest is here today because I could not do this without him, because he is my partner in crime. And let's welcome Mr. Chris Edwards.
What's up, sir? How you doing?
Doing good, sir. And what's going on, Chris? What are you up to, sir? How was your weekend?
Man, it was a good weekend. I went to a concert Saturday. I went to go see Tweet at City Winery in Philadelphia. And of course, while we're at the concert enjoying this soulful lady breaking news on the phone, I'm sitting there like, oh gosh, what's going on? But we'll get into it a little bit later. But other than that, I'm in the process of just like cutting some promos, because this is premiere week on the Indie Soup Network. All the new shows will launch this week, and I am doing, I guess I'm gonna call it like a takeover Friday. I have two shows on.
Yes.
Safe Space is back at 8 p.m. on Fridays, and then I'm not bringing back Take Two, but I will have two episodes of it. In this new time slot at 10 p.m., myself, Rex, and TJ, we are bringing the conference call to Indie Soup Media. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're gonna get the replay of of the conference call every Friday night at 10 p.m. on Indie Soup Network. So I'm excited about that. So I'm just doing a bunch of editing. I'm a little behind the 8 ball, but you know what? I'm gonna get it done. And then I'm packing because I have to leave our early tomorrow morning flight to St. Thomas. I got work to do. The gentlemen are going to be on a cruise. After 7 is going to be performing on Celebrity Cruises on Wednesday. 2 shows, and then we jump off in St. Martin on Thursday and fly back home. So I'll be home late Thursday night. So
look at Chris moving and shaking.
It's a busy week, busy work
You
week.
are doing it. Let's say hello to some folks that just walked in the building. Kelly A says, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
And we have good morning to Kimmy. Kim is in the building. And Jazzy is in the building. Jazzy, good morning, she says. And Bryson's in the building. When Bryson says, what's up, Chris? Omar says, Bryson? Chris has and the house. Chris is in the house.
Yes.
Get those. I had to catch that on. You know, I'm slow there. We have Dorian's in the building. Dorian, could you please send me your email? Please send me your email address. You can just email me at Ron Lewis.
This is breaking news.
Email. What's that, buddy?
Breaking news. Judge dismisses classified documents case against former President Trump. This just came in.
We knew that. Look, we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
These people, like I said, even though we feel like, okay, no one deserves to be assassinated. Let me just linger on that. And then these people are still alive. They are still working there, whatever they're doing. So we still have to be aware. What's up, buddy? Give us the breaking news.
So she says, classified documents case against former President Donald Trump has been dismissed by Judge Eileen Cannon, according to court records. The judge ruled that Special Counsel Jack Smith's appointment was unconstitutional. So if that's the case, then all special counsels that have been appointed are unconstitutional. So that means you have to throw out Biden's son's case? Because remember, he was just convicted.
Well, he's not a president, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if it has anything to do with presidencies. You know, it doesn't specifically say. It says this is superseding indictment is dismissed because Special Counsel Smith's appointment violates the appointments clause of the United States Constitution. She wrote.
Oh my gosh!
They didn't go any further, but that's the breaking news. Literally just broke 3 minutes ago.
Incredible, as they say.
So you can do whatever you want as a president, basically.
We cannot get a break.
No,
we cannot get a break, and it's just so sad. It's so sad. Okay, I'm trying to get in here. Hold on a second. Let me just cancel that out. Hold on a second. And
so as you can see, I'm not in my normal setup, so I don't have do I have the comments on the side? I do. Okay, never mind. I can see them here.
See, I could have used I could have used this. Look what we got here. Hold on a second. I could have did this.
Well, moving forward, I'll put it in our private chat so you can pull that up.
We do have this breaking news.
This is crazy. This is going to be a crazy news week. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, it's starting off.
Are you guys exhausted from America has become a mentally exhausting place.
Yeah.
I said many days, I just need to get away. I just need to get away. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get Dorian an invitation here so we can have him on as well. Because Dorian and we had such a great conversation yesterday. Bernard, yeah, there we go. Let's see if we get that in here. Let me just get that. I think I got it in, Dorian. See, Bernard, got it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna send this out to you, Mr. Dorian. At Gmail. There we go. So, guys, I mean, and this was the best time for her to bring it out because she feels like it could go under the radar.
Exactly. Let me tell you, what did I say to you last week when we had a conversation? I said, don't be surprised if you get like a Friday dump because, I think it was like last week. No, it was 2 weeks ago when the holiday weekend was there because you tend to get a lot of big news Fridays when people are not really quote unquote paying attention because they're going away on vacation or during the summer months. But this, what happened over the weekend provides a perfect cover to dump this stuff right now. So don't be surprised if you get more rulings and other just like crazy stories coming out between now and Wednesday when he's officially nominated.
Yeah, Kemi says on your cruise thing, nice place to work, Chris.
Yes, it is. But listen, don't be fooled, people.
He'll be working his tail off. He will be working his tail off.
When I am in work mode and travel mode with these guys, it's work nonstop. I do not sleep till I get back home. So it's a blessing and a curse. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to do this, but it's a job and it's work.
Elise says, good morning, Ron and Chris. Good morning, everyone. She says, at least I send the invitation to you if you want to pop in as well. You can pop on as well. Hey, Charlene's in the building. What's going on, Charlene? So good to see you. Good morning. It's so good to see you. I'm going to take your thing off here so that way it's not in the comment box. Okay, good. I'm going to take that off there. Okay, and what's up, Kim? I see all the greetings. Um, remember with Omar says, remember with every action comes a reaction. Be alert.
Yeah.
This is Jazzy says, this is a mess. What is happening? And Jazzy says, she's like me, exhausted beyond exhausted. Yesterday, I did nothing but, oh, speaking of what I did yesterday, um, I'm working on my Etsy store again. So I revamped my Etsy store. So I spent the whole day, well, it started on Friday, but it felt so good to just get away from everything and just dive into my Etsy store. This is not a launch. I'm just letting you guys know about it. It's in the, there'll be an official launch, but you can go to, I think it'll be Ron Lewis, and just put in Ron Lewis. I think it'll come up. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It has a glitch in the system when it comes to finding me. I don't know why. Yeah, see, still like it won't find me. It is the strangest thing. I can put in there my whole information and it still will not find
Pull it
me.
up.
Yeah, it's just horrible. That's so I'm going to be sending Etsy obviously. Yeah, it's like, where is my page? Where is my
Figure
page?
it
Here we
out.
go.
Come on, people.
Okay, there we go. So if you've never been to my Etsy store, which I don't really talk about it because I kind of like it was in limbo. And so let me show you what that is before we go into the talk of the day. But yeah, this is what my Etsy store looks like. And what I've been doing is adding new photos in it. So it used to be where you buy photos and then I had to go and get them made and send them to all the different vendors, yada yada yada. However, though, I said, you know what? I like the idea and I think it's more easy. And I've talked to some online influencers and they were saying how downloads are so much better for people because they can go in, you create the download, they take the download, they print it wherever they want to print it. Then they can print it to their home decor. So I'm just adding. It's going to be 100 photos altogether, or I should say 100 postings. But for instance, some of you guys got this last season for and it goes in. You get 3 sizes on the download and all that other stuff. So go in it. It's a soft launch. I should say a launch. It's not even a launch. I still got like 75 pictures to go. 80 pictures to go to add on to it. But it is my store. It is there on Etsy. And if you want to be able to you'll be able to download much more efficiently than even I can do it on my platform, which will certain photos on my platform won't be on Etsy. They'll be unique to my store, but Etsy has more exposure. So
Yeah.
therefore, that's why I'm doing this to make some money. Got to make some money. Got to make money so I can come on here live every day. So anyway, I got to pull out all the stops to make
There you
money.
go.
So
There you go.
that's how we support. And again, if you guys are interested in my Patreon page, you can do that too by supporting on Patreon. Okay, so Dorian's in the building as well. I'm gonna pop him on. And so Dorian, what's going on, sir?
What's up,
Hey,
Dorian?
The
what's
man that
going
is
on, y'all?
the man that
Man,
does not come online.
I do not. Shit show. This
Yes.
weekend was a shit show. And someone mentioned Sharon Doherty. Yes, I grew up with Charm, and yeah, I'm pretty sad about that.
And Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth passed
Yeah.
away this weekend.
And Richard Simmons went
And
Yeah.
into the
Richard
oldies.
Simmons passed away.
And
Yes.
hold on. Oh, now I can't remember her name. Shelley Long. Is it Shelley Long?
Yeah,
Really?
something
No.
long. I mean, she was
No.
an actress.
Yeah, she played Olive Oil in the movie Popeye. Was it Shelley Long?
Yes.
I forget it. I believe it was something long. But yeah, she passed away earlier this week too. So we had quite a few deaths. And then another black actor, Cobbs. What was his first name?
I don't know. But I know one thing.
I'll look it up. It comes in 3. So
this time it was in 4s. It would have been 6.
It would have been 5.
6. It would have been a 6 if Trump would have got hit. This weekend was a double whammy.
It really was.
For people passing away.
There was so much going on, and you all know how that works, though, right? So it's like, hey, everybody, look over here. So something else is going on. We gotta stay focused, man.
We have to stay focused. That's
Bill Cobbs.
There. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yes, I remember. Okay, yes. But go ahead, Dorian, and then we're gonna dive into the discussion today, as in how you guys feel about what happened, how you feel about how's the media going with this, how do you feel? Today is Monday after the attempted assassination of an American president. And just to give you a little history, when people say this is not American, there have been 15 attempts on presidents' lives. 15 presidents in our history have been they tried to either have assassination, or 5 out of the 15 were actually executed or assassinated. So just to give you a backdrop of the history, 15 presidents have had assassination attempts in America. How many presidents do we have? 45. We're at 45, right? Are we at 45 right now?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, we're at 45.
Yeah.
Or 46. We're at 46. 45 was 44. Where are we? 44 is Obama.
I think we're a little higher than that.
Yeah, I think we're at 47, aren't we?
Yeah,
no, we're at 46. I think it's 46 or 45.
Let's see.
Because Trump wants to be 47.
Maybe that's okay.
So we're 46.
All right.
Okay, I had to get that all together. My brain was, but think about that. So it's kind of it is an American thing, if you want to say, and we can also look back at all of the Black leaders, people of color, but mainly Black leaders, or people that were associated with the civil rights movement that were also assassinated. America is known for being a country of assassinations. And so my thing is, my mindset, here's Elisa's in the building as well. My thoughts here is that I hate when they say it's not an American thing, when it is truly something that is uniquely American.
Ron,
and
before you go forward, 45
what's up, buddy?
presidents and 46 presidencies.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
thank you. But we and Biden is president, what, 45?
45.
Okay, so he is 45. Okay, but there were 46 presidencies. Gotcha.
Right.
I knew I was getting those numbers in my head. I have that dyslexia. So, but what do you guys feel where we are in this country? Where do you think we go? Well, let's go. How are you guys feeling about this weekend? Period. Elise, you've been in the building, and ladies first.
Be on the spot, huh? Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, my doll.
I just think, what I posted on my thing was like, don't get distracted by any of this.
Yes.
I'm just staying focused, because the attention is now off. It's not as much about Project 2025. It's not as much about the convictions. It's not as much information about everything else. So it's a big distraction from what's actually going on, right? And I know people, all of the timelines. I think it was some overkill on some parts of people. I mean, Al Sharpton did lives. He did a whole thing at They did a whole thing at City Hall in New York. I was like, come on now. But anyway, I understand that someone was shot at, and and a person and an attendee was killed. Not as much as the person who was actually killed. And you all know I live in DC, so
yes.
Whenever I think I'm getting a reflection from my window, but anyway.
No, you look good. You look good.
But, whenever there's anyone who has a former president or a current president, there's no access to rooftops.
That's right.
absolutely no access to rooftops. There is actually a sniper on every rooftop. And
Usually,
even if you have
yes.
a building that's near there, you cannot even open a window.
True.
So they're, they're going to investigate what happened. We are at the end of the day, we'll find out the truth, right? Whatever the truth is. And as you remember, like when Ronald Reagan got shot, it had nothing to do with Ronald Reagan.
That's right.
It had everything to do with Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
So you don't know what this young man had on his mind. You don't know what took place in all of this. And I think we do a lot of speculations, but I do know that it's been a tremendous distraction, right? So now you have this judge coming out, didn't say that he was innocent of anything. Oh, this is illegal, so let's get rid of it. And I think we just have to be very cautious. And I think the people protecting President Biden and Kamala Harris have to be vigilant.
Yes.
Because we have to realize that the people who are out here are still out there with all the rhetoric.
That's
and
right.
and the other side has been even their response is violent. They continue with the violence.
Yes.
So, and to try to say, oh, the other side has violence, that's untrue. The North Carolina lad just that week before said that people had someone go in situations like this, someone may die. Someone may be killed.
That's right. We just heard that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
from the Heritage Foundation.
Well, I'm talking about the guy running for the governor of North Carolina.
Oh,
the black guy.
The black guy. Oh, yes, right. He was crazy too about the death. Someone must die. And he's a preacher, right? Isn't he a preacher?
Yeah, and his whole conversation.
His whole sermon was about someone has to die.
Yeah, his whole sermon. So I think
that was kind of crazy.
I think we have to stay focused, which is all I've been putting on my stories. Stay focused.
Stay focused. Dorian.
And we have to take care of that.
Dorian, you and I had a conversation yesterday, and some of what we talked about yesterday, I think it's kind of like really debunked. Panning out and getting debunked. So, but as of today, how are you feeling about this? Because I know you have a pulse on some of the things that go on back in the media area because you work in media. And what do you think? What do you think is happening? What's on your mind?
I think that literally staged. I don't care what anyone says. I'll tell you why. She made the excellent point of there are no rooftops unless you are enlisted or you are on the defense team, period. No rooftop. For that young man to have access. And then there are also stories that they reported, hey, someone's climbing up on the roof. Literally Instagram stories like, who is that? Those are surfaced. Unfortunately, I'm a little older than I look, guys, but I worked for Trump. That man, good boss, horrible businessman. He will take the bullet literally to get what he wants. And that's it. It's simple. It's set up. He knows the people on the bodyguard team or whatever. He knows all of those people because he was president before. Hey, if you do this for me, I'll make you the director of the defense team when I get elected. People think of themselves. And in actuality, when it comes to this election, because that's a distraction, I am really annoyed by the whole thing. Literally, when we vote, we have to think of ourselves. Literally, we have to think of ourselves. It is not who's on the ballot, but who's in the booths, period. We have to think of ourselves. This guy is a clown and very, very dangerous.
Yeah, and we were talking about this because, obviously we have no proof. This is not, we don't have any but the thing is, we were just saying how
he's a showman.
So many things that went wrong. Even when it came to the Secret Service breaking protocol. What they do is called the shield, right. And it's called the human shield, the dome. When they hover over him after he's allegedly has been shot. Well, they say he's been shot. They went down upon him, grabbed him, And then he gets up, and you can hear him on the mic. You hear we already heard it 100 times. I need to get my shoe. I need to get my shoe. In regular protocol, they don't care about the shoes.
They would have
They
carried
just
him
care
off
about getting him off
out.
the platform and
Right.
out.
Out.
That's usually what happens in protocol. So I've been told, so I've read. So my thinking is, how did they allow, I know he's a strong man, but this whole fist thing and getting out there and then
His
going
head
fight,
was
fight,
exposed.
fight,
His head
that's
was
total
exposed.
exposure.
Exactly.
Why
That's
would
how you know
would
it's
Secret
caca.
Service even allow that moment?
That's how you know it's BS. That's how you know it's orchestrated. Not even that. The people would not have been able to leave because they didn't know who was affiliated with the shooter. So those people cleared that place out in an hour. That would never have happened.
Yes.
They didn't know if there was another shooter. So why would they let him expose himself? They didn't know if anyone was going to try to get the caravan as it left. But yet these people were leaving, walking freely in a state where they're allowed to have guns legally, and it's commonplace to carry a rifle.
Yeah, it was too many broken
distraction.
and so many, and I could not. Well, of course I could believe it. Is within. I mean, yesterday morning I woke up and they had the T-shirts, they have the cups, they had everything. It was
planned.
It's disgusting. It's actually very disgusting. And I think more than anything, what I'm more upset about, at this point, I don't really care about him.
Right.
The thing that bothers me is that there's a person that was killed.
Yeah.
They're not getting the coverage that they deserve. 2 other people were injured and in the hospital. It doesn't matter who they're for, Trump or whatever. Like, they were hurt by gun violence. Honestly, what I would say, it's kind of sad to say this, but thoughts and prayers. Like, isn't that what we normally say? Thoughts and prayers?
Thoughts and prayers.
So, yeah.
Right.
You know what?
Like,
it's called collateral damage.
Yeah, like just to kind of go off of what you were saying in regards to, like, the protocol and how this thing is supposed to be treated. Like, when I saw this thing, I'm looking at, one, Trump gets up and stands up. He's not being covered. Like, okay, if this was a true assassination attempt, and then, Secret Service is supposed to be doing their job the way that we've always seen them do it, you would never see the top of his head. You would not see his face.
You would have never seen that. He's all exposed. His face is exposed. His chest is exposed.
And my thing is like, well, all right, if they missed, you're not giving this person or multiple people a chance to try again. You can see him all the way through to the car. Made no absolute sense. And then not even that, like, you've seen videos and pictures of people in the background, like, you don't see anyone like scurrying. You see people kind of ducking, and people kind of getting up and just like looking around. I'm sorry, if I'm hearing gunshots, I don't know where they're coming from. I'm not standing up and looking where it's coming from. I'm getting down on the ground and I'm probably trying to crawl away to get away. Like, a lot of the things that happened during this event, you can't dictate how people are going to react. But when you look at any other mass shooting or shooting event, people are not standing around looking to see where shots are coming from. They're running for their lives. This did not happen.
And the other point, I mean, obviously, I'm not into conspiracy thinking, but not given to it on a regular basis. But sometimes there's some things that happen in the world, and makes you question you like, wait a minute, are we really seeing what we're seeing? Especially when I was laughing with someone. I was telling someone, I said, when you read enough Tom Clancy novels, you know that certain things that the Secret Service does. It's not like, and people don't realize that Tom Clancy, when he does, they say he has an informant that works along with him when he's writing from Secret Service and all the other stuff. So, and when you've seen enough of those, you read enough of those books and seen enough of those movies, you realize. I knew, and I guess I'm a layman, and I was like, how is this person breaking protocol? I mean, it was so, and again, someone that usually gets shot is so terrified. I mean, it's a terrifying experience. If any one of us would have gotten shot in the ear, I'm telling you, I would have been afraid to even poke my head out.
Just the sound of gunshots around me. I'm not trying to get up and fight. No, like that's not what a normal reaction is.
But here's my other point.
That's how you know it's orchestrated.
Something is not right.
It's orchestrated for so many reasons. Okay, so hypothetically, we all have businesses, right? Hypothetically, you're selling, it's a marketing ploy, and it's that simple. It's television, it's a marketing ploy. If you're trying to sell something and two companies sell the same thing, I sell iced tea and you sell iced tea. My tea is sweeter to go towards an African American, which they enjoy sweet tea. But if I tell you my healthy tea, if you're not a healthy person, you're not going to go for that. You're gonna be like, I'm going for the sweet tea, right? So all Trump did was market. We're all complaining about, well, Biden's not strong enough. Oh, Biden, he can't do this. So now he's created this image where he's stronger, he's more resilient, and he's able to do what people expect him to do. Right? We'll deal with the fact that we'll deal with the fact that whether it's honest or not later, right? Because historically, none of them are telling the truth. So it's like right now, oh, wow, he bounced right back. Oh, my God, he's even going to go to the convention tonight. Like that sort of thing.
Well, not even that.
Play golf.
Here's something in addition to that. His whole operating system and what he's stood for and what he's preached has now changed. He wants to unify the country. He said the speech that he had before was very harsh, and but now he switched it. He wants to be a unifier. This is not who this man has ever been, and this is not who he's going to be. It really just feels like a bait and switch. And someone said in the comments, and I totally agree with that. This is not Trump. This is now version 2.0 in order to make him win the election.
And the whole thing is, again,
2025 is still being implemented, and the moment
Project 2025 is still going to be implemented.
No matter what he says, it's so.
It's the same thing as his Agenda 47. There's Agenda 47. When you look at that, I looked at it, it's the same language. They match.
It's the same exact words.
It's no different.
His Project 2025 and his what do you call it? Agenda 47. Agenda 47. They're the same. The words exact. It's like copy paste.
It's triple. It's also Project 1980, which was Reagan's. Same thing. They have an agenda and they've been planning on it forever.
For decades.
The fact that DEI is working, right? They're afraid. They are afraid. People who don't know what DEI is, it's diversity, economics, inclusion, whatever, right? The fact that it's working, they are seeing us in places that they had no idea. Hence them attacking education. If they attack the education, you can't have any more Black doctors, you can't have any, so, they're attacking everything because it's working. Literally, people, they're like, fuck the money. Let's just get to, excuse my language. I'm sorry. They're like, screw the money. Let's get them back under control. And it is literally in that space.
Well, also,
so we have to look at, I want to tell you, you have to look at what was happening with Biden's numbers right before this. He started making gains. They were now, before he was behind, now they were even. Biden has made something into the Black community. There are more Black people in the swing states. More Black people were saying they were supporting Biden. So you have to change the narrative. And Project 2025 was starting to get too much light, too much press. Everybody was talking about it. Now I can change the narrative. And then on that day, when he stood up, so you stood up. How do you know it's only one shooter?
Yes.
Somebody knew it was only one, right?
That's what we were talking about.
You had to know. So when you look at the
That's how you
big
know it's off the
picture,
street.
like Gwendolyn said it, when things are looking bad, you do stuff to change the narrative. This changes. This has everybody going the other way. You know, the Democrats gonna do what they do. They gonna, because we are the most compassionate people. The compassionate people with hearts, are gonna do something. They're gonna say more than prayers and
thoughts and prayers.
We're gonna pray for
Thoughts and prayers.
right? Yeah, and Biden did make sure he mentioned everything else. If you listen to his latest video, he mentioned everyone and every event of violence before he mentioned his name.
Right.
He made sure he mentioned the victim that died on Saturday. He mentioned Nancy Pelosi's husband, because his point was, let's remind them of all the violence. January 6th, all of that's in that video.
Let's
remind
violence.
them of what this person has done before I even mention this person's name.
He made
that's
fun of Nancy Pelosi's husband and the fact that he was injured. And
he laughed. They made a joke out of it. All of them made a joke out of it. They thought, they were and tried to make all kinds of stuff about, it's a gay thing going on. They made all kinds of negative statements. But you want to come out and act like, the Democrats are talking about violence. No, you specifically out of your mouth say violent things.
What happened on Saturday is exactly what Trump has been spewing for years. And let's just say this is not a conspiracy and this is actually something that happened. I mean, you reap what you sow. Right. He's been sowing the seeds of this for years. How do you not expect for it to happen? I mean, and if I'm being honest, I think that this will not be the last time that this happens, this election cycle. Not necessarily that in that instance, but more violence.
Well, the whole thing is, they already said the Republic, and this is what was crazy when they were interviewing some of the people after the assassination attempt.
Obama.
They were blaming Obama.
I'm like,
Obama did this. What the hell?
My personality is really too large for this. That's kind of why I don't go to live. You know how I am, because I get passionate, right? But okay, here's the deal. They told us they were doing this. This is how the top, what do they call it? The top 10% works, right? The Heritage Foundation released the commercial. The commercial was, hey, if there's going to be bloodshed, then there'll be bloodshed. It's up to the Democrats. They made the bloodshed one of their own. They created it to redirect, like, oh my God, this could get really bad. People are actually getting hurt, to play on the sympathy of our side, the Democrats. Like, wow, no one deserves to get hurt. And they'll play on that. So now they'll get the percent of people like, oh, wow, yeah, this is getting really scary. Or what we would consider allies, of corporate allies, right? They'll be like, wait, this is getting really crazy. Now, if you've all noticed, we have to re-mention the insurrection. We have to talk about all of those things. Like, the violence is yours. We don't have a history of violence. However, you do. And your people are saying, like, oh, they're willing to go there. You have people marching in Tennessee, like, hey, with guns, because they're allowed to. What was it? The Proud Boys or whatever. They're marching. Like, they're ready for war. And
they said they are.
They're ready for war. So it's like, okay, it's like the cool kid and the bad kids, right? So the cool kid is like, you know what, man, go ahead. Go with that. I'm not feeding into it until you poke them. And be like, yo, I know how to fight. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. You don't want this smoke. They're poking us to see if we had a smoke.
Well, I tell you one thing. We're going to close out this conversation because I have to go and teach the lesson. But I just sat there and said, and even here's my other scenario as it played out or is playing out, is that you have to. I mean, there's something about Trump's ability to seize these kinds of moments. Yeah. I mean, you have to say You have to. He is a true showman. He
He
was
had a show.
even if this was all legitimate. Let's say everything is legitimate. The assassin is assassinator is legitimate. Everything is legitimate. The man goes down to the ground. He's just been shot by a assassin. But yet his brain automatically thinks, let me make opportunity of this. He knows all cameras are on him. He's making these gestures, fight, 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 fight. I mean, who does that after being shot? You have to have a reptilian brain to be able to take advantage of these moments.
So when you look at that picture, I want you to look at the Secret Service guy that's probably to his left and how he's looking directly into the camera that took the picture.
Yeah.
So
I noticed that when I looked at, so he's looking right into the camera that took the picture.
How is it that Secret Service is letting this man do it?
But he trusts the people who protect him. They have vetted those people who protect him. They are the ones who support him.
They'll go under investigation.
He's not random.
They'll all go under investigation. They'll all go under investigation. Donald Trump had the #1 show for 3 years. He knows media.
He does. That's one thing we know. He knows media. You give the man credit.
He knows media. To be totally honest, he's owned casinos. He knows how to manipulate the pulse of society as it stands. That alone is a superpower.
Yeah.
And the fact that he has minions that are willing to sacrifice whatever it is in belief that he will do what he says, when in actuality we know he won't. He'll do what he says, are willing to make sacrifices. I'll be the martyr in this instance as long as we get what we want.
Yeah. They said the that image is going to live in infamy. Now, I know the photographer. Doug Mills. He's taken photos of many of the presidents and all these important people. He works for the New York Times, an amazing photographer, an amazing history. And I mean, I said Trump has got to be the luckiest person in the world. I don't know anyone that can escape jail, escape sentencing, escape impeachment, escape death. And so there's already a movement in the Christian nationalist circles that he is a messiah.
In what instance is it luck? Like,
you can't kill evil people. Come on now.
It's not even that. Like, luck exists. Luck is a flash in a pan.
Yeah.
At one point, it's got to be like, oh, man, damn, he lucky. Oh, man, he got that. Oh, wow, he got away with that. At some point, you have to have the right people in the right places.
And that's exactly what it is.
Luck. There is no luck.
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
This man has been around.
Let me share something with you all that.
Go ahead, Lise.
My husband cannot explain why this song came to his head on Saturday when he saw this. It's called "Sympathy for the Devil" by Rolling Stone. Listen to that song. Listen to the song.
Wow. Sympathy for the devil.
And it says, "Do you know my name?" I'm telling you. And he was still perplexed yesterday. He said, "I have no idea why this came to my head." I said, "Because God wants you to understand this. You're dealing with the devil."
Well, yeah, something is not right in Denmark. But anyway, I gotta let you guys go because I gotta teach a lesson.
Right. The only thing I'm gonna say before we get out.
Yes, Elise, you get the closing. You get the closing word. Last word.
If we're doing any social media posts, is what we were posting before: democracy or dictatorship. Project 2025, Agenda 40, whatever you want to do, post those things. And if you need to post anything about violence, post what they've done.
Yes.
And then post what Biden has actually done. People, I refuse to allow people to continue to say he has done nothing for people, done nothing for Black. I'm tired of that because it's not true. Maybe they're not saying it, or what the truth is, the media doesn't find it sexy enough to bring enough ratings for them to say it. So that's what we have to do. We have to stay focused.
Yes.
And that because they want us off our game. And the only way this man wins is we don't vote, or some of us decide to have. I never vote. I don't have any kind of sympathy for this. No, I don't.
Thank you, guys. Well, okay, thank you so much, Elise, Dorian, and Chris Edwards. Thank you guys for popping in on this strange Monday after a crazy weekend. So, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna let you guys go, and we're gonna go straight into our lesson and let everybody go back to work. Okay, guys, talk to you later.
Bye.
Man, I tell you, that was awesome. I mean, again, the whole point is to share perspective and to also get you out of your wherever it helps to expand your thinking. So I'm at the place in my life where anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I remember when I was a kid growing up, my adopted dad said to me growing up, nothing is as it seems. He used to always say that to me growing up. We used to walk out and he would say, you see that woman over there and that gentleman? They look great. It's not what it seems. Or you see someone that's in hardships and they look like they're at the bottom of the barrel. That person could have $1 million in their account. He used to say this all the time. We would be in the car driving through through the Bowery, Delancey Street, and he would say, son, nothing is as it seems. Do your investigation. This is when I was 16 years old, 15 years old. Nothing is as it seems. And there's a whole lot of moving pieces going on. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. But again, it is to take our eyes off of the prize. And the prize is, I don't care if Trump walked on a cloud. We need to vote, and we need to vote against his policies. We need to vote against all those people and the things that they are getting, they're giving and pushing our way. We need to stay focused, which I'm going to do right now, and stay focused. Okay, guys. So today, our conversation, which I thought was really important, say no to burnout. This is going to be quick. So hold on, hang in here with me, because this is going to be some good information. Say no to burnout. Quote, burnout can be prevented with proper self-care and a supportive environment, says Asa Don Brown. Here are some strategies to prevent burnout, because you know what? Some of us, we work like hammers and we don't know how to stop. I have some friends in my life that don't know how to stop. They are full of energy, full of power, and myself, we're A personality types. We keep going. And then we get to the point. My first lesson from Omar as my mentor, when I first decided to become a photographer, we sat in a diner and Omar said to me, one of the first lessons he shared with me as my mentor, as a photographer, avoid burnout. He says, burnout will come if you don't take care of yourself. Burnout will take hold if you don't do certain things to prevent it. So this is my first lesson that I learned about being a photographer or getting into the creative space. Okay, so here's some strategies. 1, experiment with new techniques and styles. So you may be a landscape photographer. You may be a portrait photographer. Or let's say you're not just a photographer, but you're doing other things. Maybe you are a knitter. You make sweaters. Maybe you are a singer. Maybe you are an entertainer. Because most of us who are in the gifted space, we give of ourselves so that other people can be happy. So what? Experiment with new techniques. For photographers out there, this is for these things are for photographers right here. For what I'm going to say. And then just some thoughts. Try macro photography to capture intricate details. Explore long exposures for mesmerizing motion effects. Dive into infrared photography or for dreamlike compositions. And the list goes on and on and on. Do something different. I did something last week was so precious to me. An amazing photographer that I met I forgot Ian's last name, and we went out on 4th of July weekend, and we know what we did. We walked around the city and photographed old signs. Totally out of my character, and we walked around, and it was so mentally relieving to do so. We did that on 4th of July week on 4th of July day. Also, something I love to do, experiment with alternative lenses and creative lighting techniques. So guys, give yourself an assignment, right? Say, you know what? I'm going to use my 35 millimeter for the whole month of July. I'm going to use my 50 millimeter lens for the month of July, right? Break it up. Do something different. Next thing, self-care and balance. It's so important to what? Prioritize rest, sleep, and downtime. Set boundaries to avoid overworking. Practice mindfulness and meditation. I get this from Trish all the time. Trish is in our community. If you want to know about meditation, reach out to Trish. She knows all about meditation. She reaches out to me about it all the time. Connect with nature and take breaks outdoors. Go for a walk. That's why I love going in the morning, going for a walk, going out and doing something. Every morning I try to do a 4-mile walk. It relieves the brain. Next thing, community and collaboration. Community and collaboration. Here we go. Join photography clubs or online communities. Collaborate with other creatives on projects. Attend workshops and learn from peers. So important in community. That's why I have the RLP photographers meetup. Bunch of photographers. We get together. It's great community. Why I'm hang out with Dr. Tachi on the phone and share. Why do I meet with Omar? Why do I talk to Gwendolyn? Why do I talk to all these folks? Why do I go to events? Why do I support other artists? It's to be part of a community. That's how you prevent burnout. Let's say no to it. Okay, next thing, goal setting and reflection. Set realistic goals and celebrate achievements. Reflect on your progress and adjust as needed. Break down large projects into smaller tasks. I'm learning that. It took me a long time to learn it. I'm learning it still. Yeah, take those big projects and break them down. Okay, next one. Continuous learning. Attend photography exhibitions and read books. Take online courses or workshops. Stay curious and open to new ideas, right? If you can continue to learn, it will also prevent you from burning out. Burning out. Again, it says here, exhibitions. That's why you see I go to a lot of exhibitions. Thursday nights is usually my time of saying, I'm going to just get out in the world and take in new knowledge, learn other new crafts, look at how people are doing their art, learn how they're doing their photography. You got to set time aside to do it. People say, Ron, how are you able to do this? All the things that you do. A lot of this stuff you see in this list I'm giving you is what I do. So it helps me to stay balanced. And hopefully it'll help you too. Okay, so attend photography exhibitions, read books, take online courses or workshops, stay curious and open to new ideas. And in conclusion, remember, caring for yourself and nurturing your creativity are essential for long-term success. It is so important, guys, that you and I continue to say no to burnout. And we can do that by our habits, what we're doing, how we lean into what we're doing. Say no to burnout. What are you guys saying? I'm sure you're in there saying something. Okay, I see here. Got you. Okay, good. Stay focused. Okay, got that. There you go. There we go. Register. Okay, got that. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. I see someone says this. Jazzy says burnout is so real. That's right. That's right. And G says, I work with film to keep my creative juices flowing. Yeah. Trish, you gotta get that cameras off the shelf. My camera is collecting dust this year. First time in 20 years. Get those cameras going, Trish. And Gwen, Gwendolyn. Oh, sorry, Gwendolyn. I didn't mean to say Gwen. Gwendolyn. I just didn't finish the word. I didn't finish your name. Gwendolyn says she exercises at least 3 times a week. It's so important. It's so important. And Rashawn says, I'm learning to relax more and doing a lot of walking. Walking helps me. Trish says she's like the walking thought. And I see here, G says, I work from home, but I take a daily sun break. Gotta get some vitamin D. And she has a lot of sun in Texas. Trish said, yeah. Why does exercise sound so close to extra fries? You crazy guy, crazy girl. Trish, I can get behind this message, Trish. Trish says she says, I can get behind this message, Trish. Okay, here we go. Yes, son. Yes, son. In the eyes for 30 minutes a day at a minimum. Really? Wow. That's important. I know it's important to be out in the sun. Vitamin D is important for our eyes, for our body, for our skin, for everything. And you will feel better. Okay, there you go. So guys, say no to burnout. And the reason why I want to make sure I get our lessons in, because there are people from LinkedIn that pop in, they get the advertisements. People got the advertisements of what we're talking about on the day. And I don't like to postpone what we're talking about, so that way we can be true to our word. I hate what they call switching bait online. Someone says, oh, we're going to talk about something, and then they don't. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. So anyway, I guess so. Okay. I'll have to just live with it. It's been there all day. Okay, guys. So guys, we're going to get off of this. It is now time to get off here. Guys, have a wonderful day. Be productive. What we do? Live life like you mean it. That's our first choice. Our first commission this week. Live life like you mean it. And what? Like a camera, like a photographer. Stay in focus. Stay focused. Stay focused. There we go. Elise says, stay focused. Stay focused. Can we say it again one more time before I say goodbye? And if you like, hit the like, subscribe, and share as we say goodbye. I'm out.